Okay guys, these are going to be the character building books that I currently have on hand for my daughter. So these are really good books for homeschooling. The most important subject that we need to keep in mind when we are teaching our children at home is the subject of character building. We take so much time and energy into math and science and everything, just language arts, English. We neglect our children in the most important subject of all, the subject and job that every child will have when they grow up will be mother and wife. I think we just take it for granted, but every child, every son is going to grow up to be a husband or a father, and every little girl is going to grow up to be a wife and a mother. So this, without a doubt, is the most important subject. I mean, you can give them a firm foundation in math, thinking in science, thinking, oh, they might want to grow up to be this, or they might want to grow up to be that. But the one thing they are for sure 99% of the time going to grow up to be is a wife and a mother. And we need to remember this. So let's just get started. Some of the earlier books for while they're a little younger is like these two American Girl books, The Care and Keeping of You. This is while they're a little younger. Is this normal? The Feelings book. So this is the one that is dealing with their emotions. So the one my daughter's currently reading right now is Lies Women Believe and the Truth That Sets Them Free. So it's a really good book too. Another one for young girls is 100 Extraordinary Stories for Courageous Girls. Has all these women of faith. They're either in the Bible or they're missionaries or civil rights activists. But they're just 100 females that have courageous tales of faith. That one was a good one. And these are other ones. So we have Biblical Courtship in the Modern World by Douglas Wilson, Her Hand in Marriage. And then the other one that goes with that is The Fruit of Her Hands, Respect and the Christian Woman, and by the Nancy Wilson. Then we have Every Young Woman's Battle, Guarding Your Mind, Heart, and Body in a Sex-Saturated World. So we have to prepare them for this. The other one is Before You Meet Prince Charming. So Kissed the Girls and Made Them Cry, Why Women Lose When They Give In. And The Bride Wore White, 7 Secrets to Sexual Purity by Dana Gresh. Another one here is a really good one. For women only, What You Need to Know About the Inner Lives of Men. It's just a little bit of a nice insight into how men think, preparing your daughter for a future husband. This is a little pamphlet, What About Boy-Girl Friendships? Joshua Harris, Not Even a Hint, Guarding Your Heart Against Lust. Developing Your Love Relationships, A Lady in Waiting. That's a good one. This is the wife of the missionary. I forget where he was at, but he was killed while he was witnessing to a tribe. I want to say maybe somewhere in Asia or Africa. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. This is The Excellent Wife. That's a really good book too, preparing your daughter to be a wife someday. My son read this one, What He Must Be If He Wants to Marry My Daughter. So this is another one I'm going to have my daughter read because I want her to know what to expect, what she's supposed to expect from a young man. So this is the other one from Vodi Bakum, Family Driven Faith. So this is just a book about the family unit and the things we're supposed to be doing at home with our family. So this is just preparing her for the day that she will eventually have a family, hopefully, if God wills that. So just created to be his helpmeet. Discover how God can make your marriage glorious. And then there's preparing for marriage, love, marriage, and sex study guide, and then Holy Sex by Song of Solomon. So that's the most important subject for all of our homeschool, is we need to train our sons to be one day fathers and men of faith and husbands. Train our daughters to be women of faith, mothers, and wives. We need to, I know we can only do so much, but we need to educate them as much as possible in these things so that when it's time, they're not shocked and like feel hopeless. You know, you've already prepared them according to God's word, so they know what God has to speak about the matter. Yeah, so it's just really, really important, and it seems to be one of the most neglected areas of homeschooling in general. You know, we have the Bible, and people are like, okay, I want a good Bible curriculum. I want a good Bible curriculum. You don't need a Bible curriculum. You have the Bible, okay? You can get like a small little guide to go along with it for each book of the Bible, saying when it was written, who it was written by, what does it pertain to, things like that. So that's really good to have, and the child needs to be reading the Bible. But then the very next thing is character and training them to be faith-driven people, and for their future roles that they will spend the majority of their life doing. Yeah, so I hope this was helpful.